In the zone, they started a rise ball pitcher with the freshman Jaden Heavner, the lefty, yesterday, and Berzon will give a completely different look. 15-5 on the year, 2.39 ERA, different speeds and different spins.
Florida Gators coming in the number 6 team in the country. 14 runs yesterday on 13 hits, 7 walks. Ava Brown, first career 2-homer game and grand. The Gators in a quest for a top 4 national seed and still technically in the hunt for an SEC title. 1 weekend left after this. This is the wraparound Saturday to Monday series, so the teams will play.
They need Sydney Berzon, their ace, to step up and give them a quality start. Their pitching give up a lot.
Kendra Falby, terrific slap hitter, is retired on a ground ball to Sierra Daniel.
I mean, everybody got in on the action. 7 different players had RBIs in the game yesterday.
Shoemaker was one of them. Florida freshman record 70 as she takes the RBI season for Tim Walton's Florida Gators. And Shoemaker goes down swinging. In the dirt, the nasty late drop from Berzon as she picks up her first.
Out of her strike zone here and getting the chase. Sydney Berzon going with that drop ball. Great job of Bergeron keeping that ball in front.
Berzon, an All-American, her first 2 years at LSU. With that wicked off-speed pitch. 68 pitches yesterday in just 6 innings. And Otis works a 7-pitch walk here. So Corby Otis had
pitches with the way that she steps across.
And she almost got hit by this one on 3-1. It's a free pass either way.
And the catcher, hitter, and umpire. So the ball starts in the daylight, and then it moves into the shadows. Obviously not going to make too big of an impact on the pitcher herself, but maybe mess with the hitter's eyes. LSU needed from their All-American ace. They needed to get
Gatorade National Player of the Year. And Coffey lays a butt down. Brown gives way to Kenley Cahalan. The most walks in the country of any team besides Ohio State. So 2 very patient teams. Yesterday, LSU only walked twice, and Florida walked 7.
One of the big name pickups, and for LSU to grab her and fill in that center field position with Sierra Briggs graduating.
And to slow down the bat here and pops out.
Always like to face Tori Edwards with nobody on. Always feels good. Nobody on, 2 outs. That's how you want competing for an SEC championship. What are you doing against top 25 teams when you're facing the best pitching that you'll face all year? And when you look at her numbers, all she's doing is leading the team with the.
Chelsea Clark has the plate today. Smokey Edds at first, Ron Burkhardt at third. And a high fly to center. Kendra Falby finds it in the sunshine. Ava Brown with a 1-2-3 first inning to the second.
It's different against a rise ball pitcher, which is a big reason why Jaden Heavner, the left-handed freshman pitcher, got the start yesterday. More of rise ball spin. She's a lefty. Florida has lower splits against left-handed pitchers. So Sydney Berzon.
2-2. Struck her out. Another strikeout on the drop ball. There's number 3. And Cahalan bats with 1 away. Cahalan scored 2, drove in 2. Has become one of the best defenders in the country as a third baseman her first year with Florida. 3-1s off the end of her bat. Grabbed by Sierra Daniel. Loss in 14 years. And today the Tigers are looking to rebound with their 2-time All-American Sydney Berzon in the circle. She struck out 3 through an inning in 2/3. And Amanda, it's been Brown over to third base. Danica Coffey completes a 1-2-3 second. LSU
in program history.
As their biggest win over LSU in 11 years. Ava Brown in the circle today has retired the first 4. First pitch pop out.
The bat of Danica Coffey.
The senior Mackenzie Rudity with a sweet swing to the gap. Rudity thinking about 2, will hold at 1.
Way hard. That is best hit ball for LSU so far.
Rudy, a 300 career hitter in SEC play. 3 1/3, 3 earned on Friday against Alabama. A ground ball from Hodge to her counterpart Holtorf, who gets a 6-4. Both these from players from Montgomery, Texas, McKee and Brown. As Maddox puts one in the air to Kendra Falby. 2 scoreless innings for Ava Brown.
Off-speed curveball that she'll also work in there that sometimes will look a little bit like her changeup has been a pitch that's kept them off balance as well.
First pitch swing for Riley Holtorf. Shy of the warning track and left. It's a 1-pitch out against the number 9 hitter. Texas A&M and at Texas. But at the moment, are 2 and 3 in the country. Well, a lot's going to change after this weekend. Tigers are in a bit of a rut right now. In fact, they're looking to avoid what will be a 3rd straight SEC series loss, as they've run into the brick wall portion of this schedule. Falby tries to chop through the drop, and it's 3-2.
Chasing out the strike zone.
And Falby fists it over to Daniel. Done a great job on Kendra Falby in this series so far. 2 2/3 hitless innings. Runs into Taylor Shoemaker here.
Of course, last night with what happened.
A high chopper to first, and no chance to get the freshman Shoemaker.
Tell you what, you get Taylor Shoemaker to roll over a pitch like that at 18 on the year, one of the best freshmen in the country. You're loving that pitch, the outcome, and then you just don't get the result. Still an infield single for Shoemaker.
RBIs. And in game 2 of that series, homered twice, drove in 6, and had a walk-off 3-run homer. Otis smacks it to the shortstop, Hodge. So Berzon finally dented.
They were down 8-0. Tied it back up 8-8. Oklahoma would go on to win it.
A Leno looper is squeezed by Mia Williams. The 2 newcomers to the SEC. Up the middle, there's a base hit. Sierra Daniel, the number 9 hitter. Danica Coffey, a big part of that, grounds to third into a double play. Berzon's lowest career strikeout rate. She has punched out 3 today, though. Innings.
You can tell she's been working on her drop to not be able to get on top of her drop ball as much.
Ground ball to shortstop here, and the Tigers turn 2. As a freshman, Beth Torina called her the Wizard because she was always adding another idea, another concept. She has had some wizardry on that pitch today. It looks very good. Passion message from her head coach right there, Beth Torina, about the job that Sydney Berzon's had to do this year. And
still, you definitely feel the difference after that first year when people know what you're going to throw.
She's been great so far. Ava Brown matched her through 3, and Lassiter fouls one away. Dangerous portion of the LSU order here. Lassiter, Edwards, and Badgeron. Kayla Lassiter with an RBI single yesterday in the 4-run LSU third. Brown's 3-2. Lassiter with a chopper to third. Cahalan's got to hurry and makes a perfect throw.
On her bat before she steps into the...
That's a year ago. This ball driven to left field. Tori Edwards, number 18.
Tori Edwards, what's the strength of her mechanics? And she said, I can get my hands to any part of the zone. People ask me, what's your favorite pitch to hit? And she said, I never have an answer because I'm hunting pitches I know I think I can drive.
All-time single season record for home runs by an LSU freshman. And she opens the scoring in this crucial game. And now Macy Badgeron to the gap in left center. Oh, it's tracked down by the Gold Glover, Kendra Falby. It's probably going to find its way to Kendra's glove.
A little bit timid, but now she knows her full range. She knows she can go for everything. The people around her trust her. They're communicating to her. And she goes and truly can do it all.
And then a line drive right to first from Rudity. 7, 8, 9 here, and Kenley Cahalan spins it back to the circle. Through 5 shutout innings and a win over Alabama in the last SEC home series 3 weekends ago. And she walks Brown here. Too tight on ball 4. And Shaw will take over as the tying run with 1 out.
I wasn't a lefty hitter, but if I was a righty hitter in this lineup for Florida, I would back a little bit off of the plate, a couple of inches, give themselves more room to be able to try to hit that drop ball that Berzon is throwing so well.
A check swing from Holtorf. It rolls past Berzon, and she's out by a whisker at first. It's looked just a little out of sorts in what's been a spectacular year. 2 runners in scoring position. Falby, a deep drive to center. That ball's off the wall to tie the game. Kendra Falby has so many tools in her toolbox. Slap she can bunt, or she can send one about 218 feet to straightaway center.
You said that she's swinging about 50% of the time with the full swing, and this is a drop ball that stays up, and she just doesn't miss it. Talk about a pitcher using that momentum to go into her swings, but I feel like Kendra Falby is a defender who uses defensive momentum to go into her swings.
That great catch we saw in the home 4th. Shoemaker to left field. That ball's well struck and tracked down by Leno. It's timed at 2-6 home to first. She was a track runner, elementary school, and a 12-300 in 8th grade.
But you saw that awareness of where the wall is.
And to left by Avery Hodge. That's retrieved by Otis. You missed a decimal. 1-1 tie as this ball's grounded over to first. Reagan Walsh retires Maddox McKee.
And a loud, tough environment. They cover it all.
Jane Leno with 2 down, over to short. Florida has been awesome defensively today. Otis lines 1 to third and caught in foul ground by Coffey. Georgia. Erickson rips this ball to second. It was ticketed for right field until Sierra Daniel got in the way. And the regular second baseman, her 35th start there this year. A little shuffling, but dangerous hitter Reagan Walsh. She's retired her twice. And Walsh with a slow ground ball kicks away from the shortstop Avery Hodge. 11th error of the season. Mia Williams first pitch swinging. Down the line and left. Leno has room up against the sidewall. So Berzon only had to throw 1 more pitch. San Diego State and collided with their catcher at the time, Hannah Carson. 16 games, qualified for a red shirt. And she's going to bat second in this inning with Daniel, who made that great catch, Coffey, and Lassiter against Ava Brown. The 2-2. Daniel pops it up for Holtorf. 1-2, slap to short. Holtorf got it there in time. Who gets hit by that pitch?
Barely got Jayla Lassiter too. Let's see. That to me looks like it's fully in the batter's box. That ball fully in the batter's box. You do not have to make.
Goes slightly off the guard. So, Ava Brown was 1 batter away at Bartow High School a season ago. Has had a terrific freshman year.
And a lot of pitching time with Keegan Rothrock being injured. They've been leaning on her more in SEC play.
Tied the single season home run record at LSU on the last pitch she saw. Lassiter, the go-ahead run and the potential game winner in the 6th. Tread carefully and then go to Bergeron.
I think in the situation that they find themselves in now, 2 close pitches, didn't get the call, didn't get the swing. I think you're so careful. Although that was a pitch right over the heart of the plate.
Mundur. It's well outside. It was just about exactly there. Outside of one pitch that veered over the middle. It was Gators pay. As this Tiger Park crowd roars in support of their all-SEC caliber catcher. Including today, she hasn't reached in any of her last 3. And she had a great weekend in Austin, going 5 for 10, 2 walks, and 3 RBIs.
A pitch that Oxley likes to work in there.
Swing and a miss. She threw it anyway. As much progress as LSU's made. Oxley's with double bye the SEC tournament. They seem pretty locked into a top 8 seed nationally. A lot still at stake. Trying to get as high as maybe even #1 with their resume. Great close to the season. LSU means you'd host a super regional if you win your regional. These are the games that will look great on the resume. And this game is anybody's game as Kenley Cahalan. Brown pops up a 1-1 to second. He can bounce back pretty well. Holtorf gives a thumbs up to one of the Florida staff members after fouling that ball off herself. 0-2 pitch. Dug down to third. Coffey throws her out. And that's going to help on a leadoff single from Rudity. For what would be the game-winning run. Rudity on her senior weekend goes 2 for 3. 1 sacrifice bunt for Hodge on the season. She squares, lays it down to third, and gets the job done.
Don't waste any time. No foul balls in a sacrifice situation. You just get the job done. Great execution.
Well, it's been a way more high school teammate, Ava Brown. And now it gets Caitlin Oxley. McKee a little bit late on strike 2.
A while that she's had here today against one of the nation's best offenses, and especially seeing them put 14 runs on the board.
4 multi-hit games in her last 11 starts. Her average has gone from 222 to 289. And she's tied up on this pitch up at a winning run at second, Michaela Walker. McKee with a ground ball softly to Mia Williams. In time to first, and LSU first and third with 1 away. The fans tell you what they think. It is awfully close.
The bag pushing down. This is really about as bang as it gets. My goodness. I don't think this one gets overturned.
But it's the second out. If it's overturned, Jane Leno can win this thing with a fly ball or a well-placed ground ball. Doesn't have to get a hit. First and third, 1 down. Waiting for the word from the SEC replay review room. So there you have it. Not enough to overturn. Great job by Williams and Walsh. The sacrifice fly is out of the equation. Jade Leno, the last thing standing between this game and extras. Once more. A 324 hitter, a 434 on base percentage. Jaden Leno, the sophomore, takes the line moving on the second walk of the game for LSU. And now Daniel can be a hero. Got a little word of encouragement there. You see the head nod to Danica Coffey. One of the best 9 hitters in the country, Sierra Daniel. A ground ball to second. Williams can't field the tricky hop, and LSU walks it off. 1 day after after being rolled in their stadium.
Weeks. LSU definitely showing some fight in this one, led in the circle by Sydney Berzon. What an outing by her, one of her best outings of the season, and they needed her to step up. She did.
To hit. Even if Mia Williams fields this, Amanda, I'm not sure she has much of a play at first.
Or second anywhere. Not much that she can do with it. Top half of the ball against a pitcher who likes to live more up in the zone. Exactly what Sierra Daniel needed to do.
Tarina, News Tigers today. Remember last year that Tarina told us about Sierra Daniel all year long. She's too good to watch us play. She got her chance because of the Danica Coffey injury.